The so-called Personal Mobility Act, which requires age checks and safety training for electric kickboard users aged 16 and older, passed the National Assembly's Land and Transport Committee. The bill limits the use of personal mobility devices by those under 16 and makes identity checks and safety training mandatory for all riders. It also lowers the top speed for rental devices to 20 km per hour from 25 and requires rental operators to register with the government for tighter administrative oversight. User rules include bans on carrying passengers and riding while intoxicated. The bill also prohibits leaving kickboards unattended on roads or in public spaces. If approved by the Legislation and Judiciary Committee and the plenary session of the Parliament, the bill will take effect 1 year after promulgation. One case that helped drive the bill dates back to last summer in Ilsan, Gyeonggi Province, where a high school student riding an electric kickboard without a license caused a fatal accident. The student was recently sentenced to a prison term of 6 to 8 months without labor. At the time, 2 high school students were riding the kickboard, both of whom were without a proper license. The court ruled that riding together without a license and exceeding the speed limit in a park was the main cause of the accident, saying the victims that caused irreversible harm and no settlement was reached with the bereaved family, making a prison sentence unavoidable. Another case cited as a factor behind the bill occurred last October in Incheon, where a woman in her 30s threw herself to protect her 2-year-old daughter from middle school students riding an electric kickboard without licenses. She later regained consciousness but reportedly suffers from amnesia. Her husband told local media outlets that the accident affected her memory and that she shows no emotional response even toward her children. The 2 middle school students are under investigation for injury charges under the Special Act on Traffic Accidents and for unlicensed driving, but as both are minors without insurance, meaningful compensation for the victim may be difficult.